Because let's be real, after 3 years, do y'all even remember me? Hey, how y'all doing? Do you remember me? Hi. Hey YouTube, my name is Alana. Welcome back to my channel. Can you believe that it has been 3 years? I know, y'all. I know, I'm sorry. But don't worry, we're gonna get into all of that in today's video. Everything is going to be addressed. All of your questions are going to be answered, and your girl is officially back. So please turn on my notifications because I will be posting again, honey. What y'all have been asking for, what y'all have been waiting for, what y'all have been begging for in my DMs is finally coming true. Merry Christmas from me to you. Mwah. Welcome to Lannah Riley 2.0. Before we get into all of the fun stuff, before we get a chance to talk about everything that is amazing that is going to be coming to my channel, we do have to take a few moments just to address what the hell happened over the last 3 years, why the hell I left, what the hell did I do, why, what, Alana, what, why, when, here, when, where, what, why, how, what's the tea, sis? Don't worry, I got you, because right now we're gonna address it. So take a seat, get nice and comfortable, and let's catch up, sis. So I have honestly been dreading recording this video just because it's kind of emotional for me to talk about this. It's also kind of crazy that so much time has passed, and also it's kind of amazing how much I have actually done in that time. I do of course wish obviously that more was done, but I cannot discredit myself. I need to give myself credit where credit is due. First and foremost, let's address the new background. If you don't recognize this space, you are correct. This is not anything that you guys have ever seen me in before. I did move across the country, but as I said, all of the fun stuff will be addressed later on. But this is a new bedroom. This is a new place. We are in a new state, no longer in California. If you have any guesses as to where you think I moved, just let me know in the comments down below. Let's get into it. So I feel like it's only right if we start kind of back at where all of this kind of started and when I stopped posting on social media. So I would say that that was probably around like 2022 was kind of like my content was being posted less often. At the time, as you guys know, my content was a lot of haul videos and hair videos, which is literally how I got my start on YouTube, and I'm so grateful for that. But one thing that I did used to mention quite often on my channel, and something that I made it a point, like literally in my first ever Q&A sit down talk video, was that my dreams and my passions were always to be a music artist. And as grateful as I am for my social media platform, I feel like that was not aligning with my music. I was a music artist on one hand, and then I had my social media platforms, but it felt like two separate things, not something that was combined yet. And so because of that, I kind of struggled a lot, and it kind of caused me to have an identity crisis because I wanted to be known as a music artist. I wanted people to think of me and think music artist. However, when you would say the name Lannah Riley, the first thing that would typically come to people's minds would be the influencer, the IG baddie, or the YouTuber, which is cool, but I wanted people to know me as a music artist. And in order for me to be known as a music artist, I needed to put effort and energy behind being a music artist and not so much a content creator. So there was a period of time where I wasn't really making content, and I was putting a lot of my time, effort, and energy into music. I was going to studio sessions, I was networking with people, I was staying out to LA at like 7 o'clock in the morning, overnight studio sessions, come home exhausted. I was actually working a 9 to 5 during a lot of this as well. So there would be days where I would literally come home from work, go to LA and be at the studio all night to come home, wake up 3 hours later, and then go to work again. So it's like I was very heavily into making music. Then I was also in college as a full-time college student. I did attend a community college in a city near where I grew up. It was kind of during COVID time and a lot of school was online, so I figured I might as well just go to a community college, pay for cheaper school, then go to a four-year university and literally pay to still be online doing the exact same schooling, you know? It's called Chaffey College in Rancho Cucamonga, and I graduated with my associates in business management. I did finish my classes in 2022, and then I walked across the stage in 2023. That is one of the good things that happened, but I was a full-time college student, working a full-time job, and also trying to be a music artist. There was just a lot going on. I was handling a lot, I was balancing a lot, and honestly, I was feeling a lot of burnout because I didn't really like the content that I was putting out on social media. I didn't like working a 9 to 5. I don't like working a 9 to 5. I absolutely hate having a 9 to 5. I need y'all to stream my music. I need y'all to watch my videos so that I no longer have to work a 9 to 5 because your girl is still shackled. She's still slaved to the corporate people. But I had burnout from content, I had burnout from working all the time, and I also had burnout from school. It was just a lot of things that were just draining me and taking my effort and energy. After finishing my classes for college, I ended up quitting my job. So during that time, I was going to LA a lot still, doing a lot of studio sessions. I actually did 2 shows. Was that 2 shows last year? I think I've done 3 shows now. Honestly, I can't even remember, but I think I've done 3 performances. I did one back in 2023 with After Church LA. That one was my first performance ever. That one was really fun. That was in March of 2023. And at this time, I was doing a really, really good job with networking. I was meeting a lot of people, going to a lot of studio sessions, going to some big label studios, and just kind of networking out in the LA area with music. The biggest problem with me networking is that I don't have a lot of music. Even still to this day, I don't have a lot of music out. I have a lot of music in the vault and I have a lot of music that's coming, but I didn't have my music put out yet because the music that I have, I feel like is so good that if it doesn't have the proper support or the proper rollout, it's not going to get appreciated because of the day and age that we're in terms of music and streaming and content. That has been something that I was working on, but I didn't even have any music back at the time. I was still creating the music. I was still conceptualizing the project, still just kind of, I think at that point I had made a few songs and realized, hey, like there's some similarities, maybe we can group this together and turn this into a project. I worked on that and I did actually finish recording my project probably, I feel like we put the final touches in like the beginning of 2024. So there was a period of time where I was really intentional, really focused on music and curating my project, which I do now have a debut project that is ready and sitting and waiting, but I have some singles to release before the project, so. But I did spend a lot of my time focused on music. After the project was finished, I needed money to be able to support creating stuff for the project, and unfortunately I didn't have a lot of money rolling in at the time because I wasn't doing content, so I ended up having to go back to working a 9 to 5 as part-time. And the thing about working a job is every time I've signed up as part-time, I somehow always end up full-time. More and more of my time started going to work and less of my time started going to music. So that was really sucky, really unfortunate, and it's a sad reality that a lot of people honestly have to face nowadays. Everything kind of changed in July of 2024. My boyfriend Nico, who I have been with pretty much almost the entire time I've been doing content, we met back in December of 2019. We started dating in June of 2020 and we are still together, and we now actually live together. This is the bedroom of our apartment. Nico did actually move to Atlanta in 2024 with his best friend to start a business with him. I didn't come back in 2024 because it was just a huge move. He found out less than 3 weeks before he was moving that he was gonna move across the country, and like, let's be real, I was not about to pick up my entire life and just follow him because he got an opportunity that I didn't have. So that was just something that was just very hard, and we ended up doing long distance for just about a year, which 0 out of 10, I would never recommend long distance. I love him. We have been together for so long, but I'm not gonna lie, it was hard, y'all. Long distance is so hard. It sucks. There was a lot of tears. The time differences from East Coast to West Coast just made it very hard for us to be able to just even talk. Like, our schedules just very rarely aligned, and it was really difficult, but we made it through the trenches, and here we are a year later sitting in the apartment that we have been dreaming about for years. So it's just kind of crazy how everything happened. But after Nico left in July of 2024, I kind of had to figure out what the hell I wanted to do, because I was always hanging out with him. Like, it's weird. It's definitely weird going from having your person to not having your person. If you've ever been in a long distance relationship, or have ever had your person just like unexpectedly move, it's weird. It's like you're kind of sad. You don't really know what to do with yourself, but like not in a bad way, but like, you know, there's just a lot going on emotionally. The biggest thing is that all of the music that I have ever made has literally been with Nico. I owe him my entire freaking life. My entire career has been done with his fingertips, from producing my music to mixing and mastering to engineering to all of the everything that you guys hear. So to not have him around, I wasn't able to create as much music because he was my engineer. 2024 was a year of some highs and also some lows. Some of the lows, like I mentioned, was long distance was absolutely terrible. It got really, really hard because there was a period of time where we didn't see each other for like 3 months, which was crazy, to go from seeing each other almost every single day to not seeing them for 3 months. It was very hard. Not too long after Nico moved out in August of 2024, I did come out to visit him, and while I was out here, my grandma unfortunately passed away. We found out she had cancer about 2 months prior, and she ended up passing away in August of 2024, and that was very hard because I was fortunate enough to have not lost any of my grandparents yet, so that was like my first time experiencing something like that. In the midst of all of the sad things that were happening, I have learned that when I am sad, I have a tendency to spend money on things because materialistic things do make me happy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm just a girl who likes nice things. So in the midst of everything that was going on, my boyfriend just moved across the country, my grandma just died, I'm not making music the way that I want to. Everything in my life is just kind of like all over the place. There's a lot of uneasiness in terms of, am I gonna move out here to be with him? Am I gonna not? Am I gonna break up with him because we're just going 2 separate ways in life? My grandma's passed away. I'm not creating music. I feel like I'm not doing enough in life, and everything's just like all over the place. Financially, I'm doing great. I have a lot of money in my bank account. I am saving up money. I'm doing so great. Everything is good. Mentally, it's just chaos and turmoil. So, in Alannah fashion, I bought myself a new car. I used to have a 2016 Hyundai Tucson Ace Edition EcoSport. It was like a little compact SUV. It was paid off. It was a gift from my grandparents, but she was starting to have some problems. First problem, the engine in that car had already blown out once and it had got replaced. It had gotten a new radiator. It needed another new radiator. It got a new compressor, which is basically the air conditioning, so my air conditioning stopped working. I had to replace the tires, and then my engine started to feel funny again, and I was like, yo, I'm not about to do this. My car slipped up once, like the transmission slipped once. That same night, I went to a car dealership, went and I negotiated myself a car deal. That's how you know it was impulsive. I myself, at 22 years old, walked up into a car dealership and I was like, I want that one right there. Negotiated a car deal. I said I have an 800 credit score. They pulled my credit. I did indeed have an 800 credit score, and I drove home in a new car, just like that. We love her though. So I did end up trading in my 2016 Hyundai Tucson, which is a compact SUV, for a 2024 Hyundai Elantra limited edition. So I went from having a base model car to a limited edition, which is literally the top of the line, fully maxed out car. I got to pick the color, I got to pick the interior, I got to pick everything, and she was brand new, drove her off the lot. She had 10 miles on her. I ended up naming her Stormy. She is a white color, she has black leather seats, got a sunroof, interior lighting, digital cluster, fancy gadgets, and a whole lot more, and I love her down. I did end up bringing her with me across the country because that's my baby. I got her in September of 2024, and so I've now had her for over a year. As I mentioned, I was working a 9-to-5 during this time, and in December of 2024, so that I could make some more money, I actually ended up getting a second license in the field that I was in. I don't think I've ever talked about what I do as a 9-to-5. I actually work as an optician. I work at an eye doctor's office, and basically what an optician does is they are the person who helps you pick out your glasses, and they do all the measurements and basically help frame style you and build your order for your glasses. I am fully licensed as a optician in contact lenses and glasses. Being an optician, you make really good money when you're licensed, and it's actually a pretty cool job. I don't mind it too much. Now, is it what I want to be doing for life? No. But getting licensed just kind of helped elevate me and just put more money into my pocket. So I did end up getting a second license for the contact lenses. Now, flash forward to 2025, making a lot of money. I'm saving up for my move. And in June of this year, I actually moved all the way across the country from Los Angeles area all the way over to Atlanta, Georgia. Your girl literally moved from the West Coast to the East Coast. I was by the Pacific Ocean, now I am by the Atlantic Ocean, and I miss home so much, but I absolutely love living here in Atlanta. Life has been so good, it has been so fun, it's been the change that honestly I've been craving and needed, and I don't really have any complaints. Yeah, I moved here to Atlanta. I moved in with Nico. We have a gorgeous high-rise apartment in Buckhead. We have floor-to-ceiling windows. Literally, that wall right there is not actually a wall. I could literally lift it and it's a window to go outside, and you can hear the lovely city sounds like people honking their horn and stuff. But yeah, I've been here now for a little over 5 months. The only thing that I have not done yet, which is something that obviously I'm working on now, is I have not put out any content since moving here because had to get adjusted to living in a new city. I did, of course, face a period of homesickness, missing my friends, missing my family, and battled a couple things. Now I feel like I'm on the tail end of all of that, and I'm truly settled into my new environment. But yeah, I am now 23 years old. I have an associate's degree. I'm fully licensed as an optician. I got a new car. I moved across the country to Atlanta. I adopted a kitten. I'm currently living over here doing all of the things that I have wanted to do, and finally I'm going to be releasing some new music. So I told myself that I need to stop telling myself I'm going to do things and not do them. So now we're going to do them. I am dropping new music in the beginning of 2026. 2026 is truly going to be a year of intention. A lot of things have happened in my absence, but I do wish that I could have done more. I feel like it was a period of time where there was a lot of personal growth, a lot of self-reflection, and just kind of figuring out what do I want to do and who do I want to be? And I feel like I've sat with that long enough, and I'm honestly tired of just talking about all the things that I'm going to do, and it's time to do them. So this is step one, showing my face again on social media, reintroducing myself, letting y'all know that I am still here, I still love you guys, and that there's so much more to come. 2023, 2024, and 2025 was a lot of growth, learning, and achieving things, but in 2026 is going to be about alignment and bringing everything together and just truly stepping into who I want to be as a person and just living that out. To start that off, I am going to be posting a series of videos for the duration of December, just to try to introduce you guys to me again and to try to get my engagement back up, because let's be real, after 3 years, do y'all even remember me? If you don't, it's okay. Allow me to reintroduce myself. For the end of 2025 and going into 2026, I have a lot of amazing things coming. I am going to be posting more videos on here. I do want to keep a vlog channel that allows you guys to have a little more access to me, but I'm also going to have a specific dedicated music artist page. Lannah Riley is an artist, an R&B artist, a music, a creative, a connoisseur, and Alannah is just me. She's just a girl who's 23, living in a new city, trying to figure out her life. And I feel like each of them can live cohesively and coexist that's pretty much my plan. So expect to see more videos from me. Get familiar with my face again because I'm not going anywhere. Make sure if you haven't already, I do have music out. Please, please, please stream my music. You can find me on all platforms at ALANNah Riley. I am on Spotify, Soundcloud, Apple Music, Teaser or whatever. I'm on everything. Every possible music platform that you could think of, I am on it. So if you haven't already, please make sure to stream my music. I do have 4 songs out at the moment, and I have a lot more coming. And if we're being honest, the music that I have that's coming blows the music that's out already out of the water. So please tap in. Y'all won't want to miss out. I will be posting snippets and teasers and behind the scenes stuff here on my channel. But before I get off of here, I did want to show you guys my kitten. I do still have Coda. He did make the 2,000-mile journey across the country. This little angel right here is my kitten Mirage. She is about 4.5 months. She'll be 5 months pretty soon. But I adopted her here after moving to Atlanta. I got her in October, the middle of October. So I've actually almost had her for about 2 months, for about a month and a half in. And she is a very, very pretty gray color. I don't know exactly what kind of like print or color I would describe this as. She's like a silver and like a smoke with like stripes. And then her little tummy, hold on baby, her little tummy has spots. She's mad because this light is very bright and she was just sleeping. But she is my little nugget. I love her so much. She's so sweet. She just purrs all the time. These are my 2 little babies. Coda is still around. He's my forever baby. He's always gonna be mommy's baby. And then we have Mirage, who is my little baby kitty, who is the newest addition to the family. I have a lot of videos coming for you guys, a lot of Vlogmas videos. I did film an apartment tour, so I will share with you guys what my apartment looks like. I can also do a car tour, show you guys what my new car looks like, because I honestly haven't done any of that. That is all for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and it was amazing catching up with you, and I will see you soon. Bye!